Christmas night, missiles in the sky, and a story that refuses to settle, because what really happened in northern Nigeria, it is no longer a clean military headline. It's a puzzle with missing pieces and uncomfortable questions here. You're watching TimesXP. My name is Rityatri, and here's the official version first. So on Christmas night, the US warships launched Tomahawk cruise missiles. The order came from their president, Mr. Donald Trump. Well, Washington said that the targets were ISIS-linked militants operating in remote northern Nigeria, crossing in from the Sahel region. The message was kind of clear here. America strikes hard, America strikes precisely, America strikes terrorists. And then the question began. Within hours, something didn't add up here. Local residents, they started posting photos of metal debris, videos of damaged homes, accounts of explosion, and then silence. And yes, most importantly, some missiles may not have exploded. Basically, the misfire claim here. Open source investigators, they now say that several Tomahawk, they may have failed to detonate. Unexploded missiles parts were found on the ground. Blast pattern didn't match the normal cruise missile strike. If this is really true, then this is serious, because the Tomahawk, it is America's most trusted cruise missile. Used for decades, in fact, fired thousands of times. A failure, it raises a lot of eyebrows. And what did people see on the ground? Well, residents described it a terrifying night. They say that loud blasts shook the villages, windows shattered, homes were destroyed. In fact, panic spread in the dark. But after the explosions, there was no visible militant camp, no obvious enemy target, just a lot of confusion over there. So, were the targets really the civilians or the terrorists? Yes, this is where the story gets messier. Analysts are now asking, were the coordinates accurate? Was the intelligence outdated, or were militants never present at all? While some reports suggest that the strikes may have hit empty areas, civilian structures, or location militant had already abandoned. On the other side, US says that the mission was successful. Others are not convinced. In fact, the Nigeria's government, they stepped in. Abuja, they insist that the strikes were coordinated. Approval came at the highest level. The target was ISIS-linked fighters. Nigeria says that this was a joint effort. But coordination, they don't answer one key question. What exactly was hit in reality? Another question, and the most important one here, was it a Tomahawk problem? Let's talk about the missile itself. Tomahawks are supposed to fly low, navigate precisely, hit exactly where it is programmed to be. A misfire could mean technical malfunction, in fact, navigation error or interception issue. But in the end, none of these are comfortable explanations for a superpower here. And politics enter the scene. Remember the timing, very, very important here. Christmas night, high visibility, strong messaging. Some analysts, they now wonder, was this as much about deterrence and optics as it was about militant? Basically, a show of force, even if the results were unclear. In the end, let me conclude this for you. We have conflicting accounts. Alleged missile failures, disrupted targets, civilian fear, and local denials. And basically, it is a strike whose full impact is still unknown.